Today I want to share with you a story of how I've been mentored by a lot of highly successful traders over the last few years. How you can do the same, but also most importantly what to learn from mentoring experiences. And what I've learned is I think really applicable to you. And if you use these tips today, you're going to get the most out of your mentors and you'll be able to progress much more even though you have only a few mentors. What's up traders, welcome back to Bangkok in Thailand. Today I want to go into the topic of mentoring and kind of coaching and learning from other traders. So as you know, if you've been following me for some time, I've been interviewing traders all over the world for the last 5 years or something. And I learned a lot from that. I've been mentored by the traders around the world, or sometimes on these interviews, sometimes outside of the interviews. And I've learned a lot from different people. I've learned how people do things, how they don't do things, what they think about, what they invest in, what they do with their time, all that good stuff, and that's really valuable. Now, this all began when I was in Hong Kong. I was studying there for a 6-month semester in a student exchange, and I began to travel to different countries. I back then was trading a little bit, but didn't have much results, and I wanted to be more consistent with it over time, and I didn't know how. And then one day I came to realizing that if I wanted to be successful, I would have to surround myself with more traders, and I wanted to be able to learn a way where I could make money and travel and do things on my own time without being tied to a 9-to-5 job. And I had to find a way to make it work. So I decided to read books, I decided to take some courses, I decided to watch videos online, and all these things made me progress just like a tiny little bit. And I didn't really move forward, but I was learning these things. I thought, well, there's something missing there, and I cannot really learn from them. And then one day I came across this meetup that was in Montreal, Canada. So they had a meetup with different traders where you could go basically for free and learn some things and meet other traders. So I went there one day around July or August of 2015. And I remember in one evening I learned a lot more, like a ton more than in 3 years of reading books, watching videos and listening to podcasts. All in just one evening, like a few hours. And I realized back then the power of connections and meeting people and talking to people one-on-one is much more powerful than a book. You can read a book, but you're like, it's good. But then if you meet people and you talk with them, you get this kind of different perspective. And the words that they say, they sound a different way. And you integrate them a different way. Kind of weird, but really works well. Especially if you've been mentored by people in the past, like one-on-one. Or if you've been talking to traders in the past too. It's much more powerful. So I decided back then that I had to do something to meet more traders. I had to find a way to surround myself with more people that were good at trading or trading full-time or successfully. One way to do this is to start a podcast, and I'll just interview them and talk with them for some time. And I did that for a long time. So every single week I would interview a trader or more, and I would talk with them and ask them questions and try to have them share their advice. And of course there's a lot that goes into that, like how to make them share their advice, there's techniques for that and everything around. But that helped me a lot. Like talking with traders all the time on a weekly basis helped me a lot become better, internalize some ideas they had, some thoughts, some mindset they had, and eventually be able to myself kind of mirror that and apply that in my own life. So that's kind of how things went. And I want to remind you that you can do the same. People think that you cannot meet other traders, or they cannot talk with them, or they have no money, so they cannot spend on mentoring. There's ways beyond that. And these days I spend a lot of money into my mentoring, into coaching and everything around for myself. But back then, I didn't really spend any money. I spent a few $100s every month or quarter on courses, but that was it. There was nothing else, basically. And then over time, I saw the power of coaching, of mentoring, of having someone kind of push you and make you accountable. And I began to spend more money in that. But if you're just starting out, then there's no point doing that, perhaps. Even though it would speed up a lot your learning curve, of course. But for this video, I want to share with you the 3 lessons I got from the mentoring and from talking to traders, and especially these highly successful traders over time. The first thing is really important, is that you don't have to have all the answers. If you have a question, a doubt, a problem, ask someone else that might have the answer, and they will give you the answer. So you don't need to know everything, know how to trade in a market crash, know how to trade there, know how to do this and that, know how to do taxes, know how to start a business for trading, know how to open an hedge fund. You don't need to know that. You just need to know someone that does and ask them how to do it. And that's it. You got a shortcut your learning curve by a lot doing that, because learning takes time. Imagine if you have to learn how to open a hedge fund, how to start a business, how to do your taxes, how to trade in different markets, how to do this, how to do that. It's going to be a lot of time that you are not producing anything. And even then, there's going to be things that you never know. There's so many things known in the world. How can you expect to know everything? but there's people in the world that know everything combined together. So you can ask them for feedback for things, and they will get back to you. Of course, you gotta know them beforehand. You gotta be connecting with them before, not just asking when you need help, but like connecting all the time and adding value. But if you do that, then your results are gonna be much better. So I really hope you're enjoying this video so far. My hope with this channel is to be able to help as many traders as I can throughout these videos, throughout these interviews I do with traders on all topics, throughout these small videos I do that are shorter on how you can kind of get breakthroughs and move forward in trading, and through the motivational videos we do for getting you pumped up and ready for the weekend trading. Now, I want to make sure that this video reach a lot of people and that it actually reaches people that need to see these things and need to come across these videos. And for that, I would love you to, first of all, like the video, click the like button below, and also subscribe if you've not been subscribed yet to the channel. That's going to allow you to get more notifications for videos, and also it's going to increase the view we get in videos so that other people can see them and learn from them and actually get results. There are things we talk about here on the channel that need to be heard, and they need to be coming across the right people. And I really hope you can help me do this. Also, you can click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And obviously let me know if I can help in any way in the comment section. Now back to the video. The second lesson I got, and this is really important for especially trading, is your growth as a trader equals the question you ask other people. And this is so crazy and funny at the same time, because there's people that like meet me or something on the street, or I help them a little bit, and then the only question they ask is like, so how do you feel being a full-time trader? Okay, and then I answer, well, I feel good, whatever. And then they ask, so how much money do you make on a monthly basis? So I say, okay, I make that money on a monthly basis, or something of the sort. So go back to that and imagine how much growth can they produce from that? Like nothing. They might be motivated for a while, for like a few minutes, then it's gone, it's over. But what if in that time they ask questions about how to move forward, what to do in their situation, how to think about things? That would be much better than asking questions that are useless and not producing any growth for them. So if you're always stuck in the questions that are like not producing growth, that are kind of a little bit stupid, you're never going to move forward. You might have like 100 mentors near you, but if you ask them stupid questions, you cannot move forward. So your growth is always a reflection of the question you ask other people and you ask yourself as well. Now the third lesson is pick who you associate with really carefully. Over the years I've met traders that were good, successful, had a happy life, a good mindset, everything around. And I've met traders that were doing drugs. They were partying all the time. They were associated with like shitty businesses or scams or whatever. And who you pick to associate yourself with really makes a big difference. Alright, if you associate yourself with people that take drugs, go party all the time, you're going to eventually do the same, or your results are going to suffer a little bit. If you associate yourself with people that are living world class, like the top level, then you're probably more likely to become that yourself and take example on them. It all comes back to what you want to do in life. Do you want to make a quick buck and like become really successful quickly and make a lot of money and then have a really bad reputation? Or you want to be there to help people, or you want to be there to like do good trading over time? And that's all like that matters. You pick the one you want. I decided on my one, of course, but you pick the one you want. If you want to become the person that gets rich really quick but has a really bad reputation and scam people and everything around, then you can do that, it's fine. But that's not my thing. I prefer to help people more. I prefer to be there to support people. I prefer to provide them what they need as opposed to signals and everything around that no one really uses well. So it's your call. You decide what you want to do, of course, and that's going to be your option. But that's it. Pick who you associate yourself with really carefully, because that drives your result and your future. So that sums it up pretty well. Hope these tips make sense. And here are a few comments from Pasio. I appreciate you guys for leaving comments as always in the comment section. And here's a quote I want to leave you with. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And I think that sums it up pretty well. It's the topic of mentoring. So leaving your thoughts below in the comment section as always. And I'll catch you back here in the next video. Ciao.